Hey guys, it's Jonah here, back with a beer review, and we're back on our Viking adventure, and we are in Stavanger in Norway, and we are doing. I'll show you this little thing on the side, Lervig, which I don't know about you guys in America or Australia, but Lervig is becoming quite popular in the UK. We are looking, as usual, I'm having my problems with my camera. It's an American sweet wheat beer at 4.5%, with some pretty trippy sort of artwork of these weird green men doing. One's got his hand falling off. That's weird. Yeah, climbing up the wheat kernels, I guess that would be. And it's American wheat style. Doesn't really say too much. Yeah, there we go. Brewed in Vervinen, Stavanger, Norway. It's got wheat in it and Pilsner, Pilsner malt or malted barley, but of the Pilsner kind. And if I check my fermenting magazine and we look at the tasting notes, which is always worthwhile doing, it basically says 60% wheat, 40% Pilsner malt, Citra, Mosaic, and Cascade. It's really interesting because that combination is quite typical of kind of hazy IPAs and that kind of style. Obviously, Citra is used in absolutely everything, but the other two definitely kind of New World hops, which is interesting. Well, it is to me anyway. We've got a couple of beers from Lervig. This is the first, and I thought because it's wheat, I'll go for a European style glass. Not sure that's like a Norwegian glass, like a Viking horn. I've always thought about buying one of those. I've seen them at the beer festivals and stuff. But they are reasonably expensive. And as a home brewer, I am tight-fisted by nature. There we go. Sometimes double-fisted, but tight nonetheless. Look at that. It's all going to fit in. Perfect. Almost as though I planned it so. There we go. Sweet wheat. Lovely, lovely thing. A little bit hazy. You can see kind of a bit through there. Head's nothing really to speak home of. Maybe half to a third of a finger. Lovely and white though. Don't know about you guys, but wheat beers, could say white beers, always have a really nice white fluffy head on. I think it's the Pilsner malt myself. Oh, but fast disappearing. It will be gone very quickly. Now, interesting because it's called a sweet wheat. So there's a bit of residual sweetness, I think it's going to be. I can definitely get that on the aroma. I'm getting a vague hint of tropical kind of fruits, all the usual suspects, pineapple, mango, that type of stuff, but in a very undertoned way. And that's probably true because I'm expecting to be able to taste some of the malt in here. Well, I hope I will be able to, because this is definitely not a hot bomb. Lervig are pretty, I mean, they're the daddy really in Norway of breweries. They make some fantastic beers. I like their stouts. If you look at some of the Christmas beers that I did, I think there were 2 Lervig ones in that series. Check it out. And while you're doing that, why don't you click subscribe? Interesting. It is quite. It's quite lager-like, not necessarily like a Wit beer in the Belgian style, or a Weiss beer, or whatever you're going to call them. It's more like a lager. It's very crisp, and the hops are quite forward. but you can taste little nutty, a little biscuity on the kind of malt taste, which is nice. Yeah, you can definitely taste the carbonation, or the bubbles, I should say, pinching your taste buds as you initially taste. Then we get a bit of the bitterness, not too high, but not too low either. Then we're getting the hops coming forward, quite mellowly though. Tiny bit of lemon in there too, but yeah, kind of tropically type things. But this is definitely not an IPA. It's mellow. Goes quite smooth, and there is a little bit of a residual sweetness there, but not as much as I thought there was going to be, which is, yeah, quite interesting. Yeah, this, if you have, I've said it before, but this is a beer for, or to convince your lager drinking pals, if there are any left that don't drink IPA these days, or even your IPA drinking pals who've got bored of all the different IPAs, to try something slightly different. This is very, very easy drinking. And as the summer comes in, and don't know about you guys, but we're into the 20s now, and thunderstorms and stuff around as well. But yeah, this is the kind of beer that you should be having on a summer's evening. Cheers and beers, guys. Wow, that carbonation was always going to come out at some point. If you drink beers as fast as me, wow, it is a danger of the profession. I hope you don't take offence. He says, drinking more beer. That is very nice. Very clean, very crisp. A mellow kind of long finish, which is really nice. Quite smooth. It's got the wheat in it as well, which does wonders. I have to say, personally, I prefer oats, but that's because of my Scottish ancestry, you know. But yeah, malted wheat is the other way to go, and they kind of do a similar thing. And it's very, very nice on the finish. Anyway, guys, this has been Unclejona drinking the Viking horn of beer through a very continental tumbler. So you don't have to. Please tune in real soon. I'm going to be drinking more beers, obviously. And yeah, as I said before, make sure you click like. And yeah, we'll try and grow this channel up to where it used to be. Get thousands of hits and all that kind of stuff. Cheers and beers, guys.